What's going on, car guys and car gals? Welcome back. We are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast, and check out where we are. We're over here at Digital Dealership System. We're at the booth over here with the one,
the only Todd Katcher.
That's right. Excited to be here, brother.
Todd, man, thank you for having us at your booth, man. We appreciate you, and we're excited. I really love your product. You know, getting to sit down with you, do the demo, and then really getting a chance to interview and hearing your passion behind it really got us excited about coming to your booth. I know that there's a lot of dealers out here who need what you have, and I'm excited to be able to share that to all our network right now. So all you all out there,
you got to check this
go
out.
Check them out. But we're going to talk some more. We're going to talk about NADA for a moment. NADA, you've been to how many now?
Oh man, going way back at probably 8 or 9. Or not, a long time. Yeah.
You've been coming to these things, and he's really experienced it. What about this one is different than other ones you've been to?
This, I mean, honestly, this is the first one that they've done in the middle of the week. So the flow of people is a little bit different. And yesterday, the first day started at 10 o'clock. So normally, people come into Vegas and they might go out the first night, may go out the first night, and then maybe the second night they may not go out as much as they did the first night, and then they leave the third night. So I think that's been a big change because the flow of people has been different. Yesterday afternoon was really busy. I had like 8 people doing a demo at once, trying to, toggle between trying to keep people's attention and answer all their questions about while I was doing a live demo on our touchscreen. So it's been fun. It's a great show. It's just a very different atmosphere just because of the flow of people.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are going to be able to kind of assess what this was like. But one thing that I do know is everybody loves the energy of people actually showing up.
Yeah.
People are actually here.
Yeah.
There are demos being done. There are deals being made. And you got such a great, awesome system that people do need to know about. You need to know about it. You need to book a demo about it. But tell us a little bit about what you've been seeing and what are some of the wows that everybody is stopping here to get.
You know, it's funny because when you start talking to the masses of people, like we have marketing and we don't really talk to people, right? So, you see where the marketing is and where it hits and who's hitting your website and what pages of your website. But when you come here, it's amazing to actually talk to dealers and find out what's exciting to them. The best thing I like for me is when customers come up to us and say, I love your product and I want to add more. What can I get more that does more for my store?
That's a good question.
And so that's been really engaging. I had a customer, Mercedes-Benz at Des Moines, they came up and had our system. He said, man, I've had your system for so long, but I don't use it the way I should. But then I also want to add more because I know you could do more, and I want to do more, but I also want to add the fixed ops. And people that are coming to us for the first time or made a beeline for us, which I love that they're like, you're on my list, and they have like a list of stores to see. Like when they have a vendor list to see and we're like on that list, you see them cross off, and the people that are organized, you know that they spent some time looking at all of our marketing before they got here, and I appreciate that. And they beeline for the fixed ops stuff. I mean, the fixed ops is something in the industry that's lacking in a way to motivate your team. So our fixed ops leaderboard, whether you're a GM or you're an owner of a group or you're like however high you get, fixed ops is always the most profitable area of the store. So if you can encourage those guys to make a little bit more money, then you could go ahead and overall increase the profits, because it's not about the rates every month or about the used cars or new cars or stuff like that. It's about how many cars you could service in a month, how many ROs, and then how many the dollar per RO, the efficiency of your team, the effective labor rate, all those buzzwords. We're going to track that, but then motivate people and really separating between. We've taken the word reports out of everything we do, and now we're talking about motivator boards and leaderboards.
I love your language. The changing of language matters. The words that we speak make a big difference because perspective matters. Yeah. And when you can say stuff like that, I love motivation. And yes, I'm going to tell you something. One of the things that I love the most about it is if I'm a salesperson, I'm going to look at the board and see where I'm at. I'm going to get motivated. If I'm a leader and I'm one of the guys leading the floor and I'm telling people what they need to be doing, I'm going to be able to see where they're at. I'm going to get excited because it's going to motivate me to see where my team is. And if I'm a customer, oh my goodness, to know where I'm at in the process, what's going on in my service, everything, huge. But you hit a big point here. You talked about fixed ops. That's been a big word. There's 2 words out here. There's 2 key things that people are talking about. One, fixed ops, all over the place around here, because people really need that help in there, and they understand that we're just not investing enough in fixed ops. 2, AI, right? So, but fixed ops to me, I think AI is like one of those words that everybody's talking about. But here in this world, we don't need that here. Right now, what we have is an opportunity to look at things on a screen, to be able to know where we're at, to be able to put it customer facing so they can see where they're at too. I've been walking around your booth and I've seen all the different screens. This is the first time I actually got to witness that. Amazing. I love it. I love how you even got the video showing like that one that's over there, and then and there's stuff for customers to see there. There's even pricing for them if they need some service to show them the kind of discounts that they can get. Massive, and that's big because inside most stores, as you know, You walk in and it's marketing for everyone else but them.
Yep.
Right? They got regular television, regular cable, whatever they have going on, with everybody else's advertising on there but their own. So it's amazing that you're able to do that for them. So it's pretty awesome, especially in the fixed ops right now. I think fixed ops is a huge place for everybody to grow, and that's awesome that you see that.
Yeah, think about this, the average store. Let's say they sell 100 to 200 cars a month. They're going to do 1,000 to 2,000, maybe 2,500 ROs a month. That's 10 times more people going through the service drive that you could go ahead and sell to. You might sell 100 cars and have 1,000 to 1,500 ROs. Those are 1,500 opportunities that you have to sell more.
Oh yeah.
Right? So the idea is that at the end of the day, if you can make an extra $100 on every person or an extra $50 on every person times 1,500, now how do you do that? Looking at reports is looking at past performance.
That's right.
Looking at leaderboards or motivator boards is going to encourage your team to sell more and to be more efficient. And at the end, that's going to go ahead and motivate them now to sell more today that reaps benefits, so that way next time you look at a report of past performance, you have all that motivation involved too. If you're looking at reports are great, and our system has tons of reports. The difference is that reports are, again, what you did in the past in order to make future decisions. But if you're looking at 30-day segments, then you're not, how are you motivating your people in 30-day segments? I had a dealer, that tell you the quick one, had a dealer here yesterday. They spend 25 minutes a day, that's what they said, making reports. And I said, as soon as that report is made, now they have a DMS and they have a CRM and fixed. But in order to compile all the information together, our system, they're a customer of ours, our system goes ahead and produces those reports that they were doing manually. And it's minute to date, not month to date, minute to date. So if they share that report with their GM, that GM can save that as a desktop icon and open that up at any time. Hey, what's our efficiency? What's our effective labor rate? Who's the top advisor? Who's the lowest advisor? They could click a button and it uploads automatically to the most recent version. Whereas before, they would share that report, and that report is old as soon as they download it. And that's the difference.
And that's being reactive to what happened, not necessarily putting together a plan to make sure that we stay active and moving right now.
Yeah.
Real-time information, that's what we always want. I mean, we're inside of a super fast world now, right?
Yeah.
We get our information really, really quick. And I gotta be honest, 25 minutes preparing reports, I think that's kind of on the low end. You know what I mean? A lot of people spend hours trying to get that stuff together.
Add that to the week, so that's almost 2.5 hours a week.
At
then
minimum,
they have a closeout report that's due every month. And will take 2 hours to create the closeout report that takes everything, just to turn a piece of paper, and within our system, they could touch a button, get a closeout report in 10 seconds, and if they want something printable, just hit the little print button and there it is.
That's awesome, that's awesome. And efficient, because that's what we want to be able to maximize, not just doing the best we can with our tools, but we only got so many minutes in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we need to be in real time, knowing what's happening in the now and going from there, but using it, like you said, as a motivator.
Yeah.
The feeling of being able to see what's happening also calms a customer. Makes them feel more welcome, makes them feel in the know. You know, there's so many things that a customer has flowing through their head, whether their car broke or they're waiting on a car to be pulled up, whatever that little limbo time is, they need information. And if we can keep putting it in front of them, plus some product, well, we're winning, especially with our audience.
Exactly.
The exposure inside of fixed ops is incredible because they want attention, they need attention. Fixed ops needs more attention, right? And you're giving them that attention.
We are.
What have you seen as far as the techs, the service riders? How are they responding to all of this?
They love technology. I was at a dealership a couple weeks ago, and I asked the advisors and salespeople as well, like, where do you stand, and how are you progressing to your goals that your manager has set for you? And they don't know. They have to wait till their meeting to know where they stand. And there are some dealers that have incentives, like the top 3 advisors or the top 3 people get bonuses. It might be $100, $200, $300, and they don't know where they stand. So with our mobile app, they know where they are at all times. So if you're that person who's motivated by numbers, their paychecks are usually a portion of it is what their productivity is, or a set amount, and a certain amount is depends on their performance. So it's like they have the opportunity to go in there and actually see where they stand, see how their metrics for the day actually impact their bottom line. So at the end of the day, like, imagine if you're a salesperson or the fixed ops advisor or tech, and you're in a situation where you don't know how much money you're going to make until the manager runs a report and has a meeting on Saturday a week after the month before.
Yeah.
How are you going to pay your bills? You don't know. Like, but if you're short, let's say you have an extra thing happen. Like, say you have a family catastrophe, or let's say one bill went up. Let's say food went up for you, or you hosted some event at your house and you go paycheck to paycheck, and you have the ability to meet your bonus. Well, are you going to work a little bit harder? Are you going to push a little bit more? Are you going to ask that customer, would you like fries with that? You know, the opportunity to go ahead and add on those services is really part of training. And so the opportunity is for them to go ahead and see where they stand at any given time.
Right.
If it's gonna, hey, look, if you're number 4 and you get a bonus at number 3 and you know what you need to do to get there, and our system, every single report in our system, based on the KPI of that report that we're tracking, has a different ranking. So if you look at any of our reports that we have here that we're demoing today, for fixed or for sales, based on what somebody is, that particular leaderboard in our system. I said report, but I want to get rid of that. But
I still say payments, and we try to change it to investments.
Switch the language.
We're like, that's not a
but
payment,
we've said it for so long.
And so the leaderboard, so if you're looking at a leaderboard for effective labor rate, or you're looking at a leaderboard for efficiency, or opcode tracking, how many MPIs you're selling, or how many alignments you're selling, whatever that saturation number is. Maybe your bonus 1, 2, and 3. If you're number 4, you don't want to wait till the end of the week or the end of the month to know that you're number 4. You want to know now.
Yeah.
Because you could change that before the end of the day.
You can.
Whereas that dealer that was running reports manually, they would run reports every minute while having their donut and coffee. Then they would go ahead and take that report and hand it out to all their teams.
Sure.
But if you're doing 1,000 ROs, 5,000 ROs, whatever that is, you might do 100 ROs in a day.
Oh yeah.
Your numbers are going to change before the beginning of the day and the end of the day, and you don't even know it because they don't have a meeting.
No, and they don't want to run that report again because it takes 25 to an hour, right? So
and you only have donuts and coffee one time a day. Right?
For most of us.
I actually had a dealer say that to me. He didn't want to change to an automated system because it's part of his process. And I'm like, from an owner perspective and from a profit perspective, that's just short-sighted.
Silly.
Very short-sighted, and almost like that's a bad habit. You know, maybe we need to change that up because the only way we grow is to get uncomfortable, my friends. That's a great story to tell. I absolutely love everything you're talking about here. I mean, this is big. You know, leaderboards, being motivated, doing all these things inside service departments, being able to provide more, knowing where they're at. And there's another big part, and this is something that I'm sure that it definitely helps out, is on training. If you see as a service tech, I see where I'm lacking and I'm not doing well, I need to get training here.
Right.
And if I'm a leader, I see that my guy needs more training and he could become a superstar, I'm gonna work on that with them. I'm gonna make sure that they figure out how to fill this field a little bit better. So this way they could be motivated instead of, hey, I'm not gonna teach everybody the same, everybody's different. Now I can see why they're different.
And we've actually taken that into consideration when we look at our sales leaderboard. We actually have a whole coaching module. And there's 6 reports in the module that highlight the people on the bottom, not the people on the top.
Right.
Because those are opportunities to coach people up. So if you look at your standard reports that come with dealers, right? The reports that come with dealers, they're always focused on the top people, whereas leaderboards and coaching modules are going to focus on the people you could train. They're not the bottom because they're bad people. You hired them because you thought they were a good hire.
Absolutely.
How much does it cost? I don't know the actual stats. We could probably find it somewhere, but it costs a lot more to hire somebody.
About $10,000.
Okay, so it costs about $10,000 to go ahead and hire somebody. So if you fire them because they're a bottom performer, as opposed to investing time in them to coach them up, maybe you pair them with one of the more advanced salespeople. Maybe they're having a down day, and you could see that in the system. Our system highlights that, so even if you don't put it on the screen, your sales managers have the opportunity to see that live, to see who's furthest away from their goals, who hasn't done a deal in 3, 5, or 7 days, who is the most improved. We created this.
Right,
one of our customers suggested most improved people. So we could say, hey, we're not rating you based on your performance today. We're rating you on how much better you are than you were previously.
Yes.
So again, we're complimenting people and trying to encourage people to sell more, but we're coaching and we're creating a culture in the store. No other product does this. No other product, every other reporting tool in the country, in the world, goes ahead
love it.
and reports on past performance and doesn't motivate people. It just goes ahead and it tells people information, and then they have to make a decision. We actually have coaching built into our system to allow them to use the tools to make the people better, but then also give the tools to the actual employees so they could see where they are, so they're more incentivized also.
That's huge.
That's
That is
awesome.
massive.
Big.
And as a leader, I know that if I could see that, then I coach my guy and or gal, and they still don't want to do it. That's just not somebody that's worth investing in anymore, right? I always look at stuff like that. It's like, we're here, we're there, we see what's going on. You have to be humble enough to understand that you need help here. Let's take this help. And if you're not, then maybe it is time to pass. There's so many things that you could do with this tool. I love that. Yeah. And I love that it's a motivation board, man. I'm telling you right now, and that, to me, I'm motivated by that. Like, it's like a video game to me. If I see something and I know I got to do this, I could just fill this field and I'm going to start getting up to the top, I'm going to do that. And if I know it's going to directly affect my pay, I'm definitely going to do that because that's so important to me. To be better is the only way to live, folks. If you're not growing, you're dying, and that's massive. And this tool will help you constantly grow. Not just your dealership, but your people inside your dealership and your clientele. So that's massive.
Yeah, I mean, when you have that person who's, like you were saying before about the customer experience, when your staff knows where they are, if they have a little bit more jingle in their pocket, if they have a little bit more, if they have a little bit more understanding of where they stand, they don't have to pressure somebody. They don't have to, they have a different attitude because they have all the information they need. And maybe that information goes ahead and says a customer, makes them feel a bit more comfortable so that way they could order more stuff. So it becomes a better environment for them for sales and for service. And plus, when you look at like our Lounge TV program and taking all the drama out of your TV lounge, and you don't have news, you don't have wars, you don't have protests, you don't have negativity.
Negative energy. No, get it out.
No.
And I found out that we're the only digital sign provider that actually filters all the content.
That's awesome.
So if there's anyone across the country that complains about one piece of content, as their sensitivities are different wherever, depending on where you live, we remove it from everybody so you don't have that silent CSI killer in your store. You know, imagine if you're a big fan of Fox or a big fan of CNN and the dealership has one TV. There's a store that I was in that has 2 lounges, and they literally have a blue and a red lounge.
Oh, wow. They're dividing.
Not for Honda and Toyota, but for CNN and Fox.
Wow.
And they have a wall in between.
That's
100% true statement.
Wow.
I went to the store, and the idea is that they had too many people when they just had one TV. That used to be a quiet lounge area. So now they have 2 TVs, and sometimes they have a remote control, and they will go ahead and raise the volume on each one to blast each other out.
Wow.
And that managers had to pull back the remotes, and it's just it's a crazy situation, but it's probably something that happens across the country.
And there was a conversation where a few people had to say, man, you know what, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should do this.
Yeah, instead of having family-friendly content on the screen.
Motivational quotes on the bottom, rolling across. I absolutely love that.
Yes.
I was reading all those quotes, and I was like, yo, this is great.
Yeah.
Because again, it is positivity. It's motivating.
And then it makes them more, they have a better experience.
Yeah,
Then your future, you're gonna retain them as a customer.
Right.
They're gonna give you
They're
a
gonna like
positive
being a
CSI. They're gonna
customer.
like being a customer. Yeah. Hey, look, if they want to get the news from somewhere else, they have their cell phones with them. We're not trying to pull 100% of their attention away. But what the dealership controls, they should control, right?
Yeah.
They should, the messaging on the screen, whatever's on the screen should benefit the dealership and the environment for everybody.
Yes.
Not just that one person who's the loudest person that says, I want to watch CNN, or I want to watch Fox, or I want to watch this. There's no TV channel that's going to appeal to everybody.
No.
So we have our system that is family-friendly, pre-filtered content mixed with the manufacturer videos and dealership videos from different places like their finance companies or whatever. And then we go ahead and pre-filter it, so every time it's something different. Like the clips aren't longer than 10 minutes. So by the time someone gets up to complain and says, I don't want to watch a Food Network clip, it goes over to a different clip from some talk show or something like that.
And that's, again, curating the experience you want for your guest.
It's your
making
your
sure
house.
you do it. Yes, and you do control it. I mean, goodness, you control the scent in the air.
Yeah.
You control how clean the bathrooms are, how the lounge looks, how our
Merchandising.
desks look.
Yes.
All of that, you control all that. I mean, Disney controls everything inside of your experience.
Even the trash cans.
From the second you walk in, you don't see the garbage.
You ever seen
go
somebody
away,
take
you know
out
what
the
I
trash?
mean?
You're like, how'd that happen?
But that is such a, it's something that takes intentional steps forward. And when people see you and they see this and they have the demo or they have the conversation, they understand that, I mean, instantly they should be able to see the value just looking at it. And I bet I bet you've probably had a few people say, man, so if I get these screens, do I get these massage chairs and these masseuses over here? I mean, because that's an experience
there you go.
Uptick. I would definitely love to see that.
Make sure you guys come by the booth and get a massage. Come on, I'm over here like,
what made you want to make sure that we were
I've done it.
people comfortable?
I've done it every year, but it's a little salesperson in disguise. So as they're getting a massage, we put headphones on. No. We have they're watching a little iPad video of our leaderboards.
Get out of here.
They have a 10-minute video, and it's a 10-minute massage.
Genius.
Wow.
I love it. That is smart as heck.
That is an awesome idea.
That's some solutionary stuff right there. But I might steal that idea.
Yeah, that's really good. But you said something, key word is the filter. And of course, we're all about some coffee. We do know that you got to filter out all the bad stuff to get the good in there. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're putting a system in place to filter and to put in front of people what it is that needs to be in front of them. Keeps them feeling comfortable, keeps them being informed, and keeps your process happening where you are. And that's something that solutionaries need to have. Filter out all the other mess, all the other noise inside of your store to be able to see what is the customer experiencing. We love, love, love your heart behind this. We know you got a whole lot of passion behind it, and you got a little bit of a team behind you. Tell us a little bit about who you brought with you.
We brought some of our team here from the office, and just trying to support our dealers that come up here and have some quality conversations and balance all that out with having a little bit of Vegas fun and enjoying the environment and occasionally helping dealers get a massage and get subliminal messages.
I love that. Love it. And here's the deal, folks. All you dealers, it's not expensive at all. It's one of the most affordable things that you can do that will make you maximum profit. You want to talk about ROI? Massive ROI with this business. Massive ROI. Massive opportunity to motivate your people. Massive opportunity to motivate your customers too. Not just to be there at your dealership, but also to come back and do more business with you. Maybe do extra business while they're there. You'll be surprised. Sometimes they didn't realize that there's special discounts happening that they can take advantage of right then. And the more that we show our customers that they don't have to worry about what is that going to be, the better it's going to be for them. And then the more that we can show our salespeople and our team where they're at, the better they're going to become. That is true motivation, brother. Man, you're killing it, man. I love it.
Pumped up.
I appreciate it.
Excited about it. Car guys, car gals, you need to make sure that you do book a demo. If you are here inside of this area, you need to find them over here. Todd really is brewing solutions for the industry, for your customers, for your community, and for your brand. Todd, we honor you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the time that you put into making the industry better. By simplifying what the customer experiences while they're there. The perceived value is great. You might just kind of flinch at how inexpensive it is compared to any of the other systems that kind of just distract your customer. But we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. We're excited to be here at NADA 2026, having some fun, and you need to make sure that you reach out to them. Todd, tell them how they can get a hold of you to book that demo.
Go to our website or go to LinkedIn. We're all over the place on socials, and so go to digitaldealershipsystem.com. There's like 6 buttons there. So when someone contacts us and says, "Can I schedule a demo?" There's literally like a lot of buttons. There's pop-ups, there's messages, there's everything on the website to schedule a demo, because that's how we want to go ahead and explain the product and not just go by assumptions or what past experience was. We want to go ahead and have that conversation with dealers, and that could be a 15-minute conversation to validate what they're looking for, that we have the solution that they're looking for. Some dealers want to dig in deeper, and we're going to go for an hour. And then we offer free training with our services for those people that are using it. And we actually follow up with our customers regularly to go ahead and schedule training. So if they need to learn new things, they have new staff or anything else, we want to make sure they're using the product to get the maximum number of ROI. But one thing that I will mention is that everything that you do here is automated. So you could sign up for, I'm just looking around my booth, and every single widget that's around here that you could sign up for requires the dealership to change what they're currently doing.
It's true.
They require you to do more work. All of our systems are automated. So you want a sales leaderboard, a fixed ops leaderboard, customer lounge TV, service status board, it updates automatically. We're not telling you to change the dealership process in any way. I think that's a key factor that people miss when they're here. How much work are you signing up for by signing up for these other programs that are here? How much does it require of you? Someone creates a widget and now you got to do something with it. So it's just a difference when people look at our product. It's automated. So like we're doing this DMS integration. Well, that's like a 6-month process. We're changing CRMs. That's a 4-month process. All these different things.
Oh my
Ours, you go ahead and take it, you plug in the media player, and there's your data, and it works. It's like straightforward. And then if you want to customize it, add your goals, add your CSI, all that type of stuff. You could utilize it to the ninth, but if you don't go, just the basic package, turnkey, plug in and go.
Okay, I love it. That easy, that simple. It's
Too
all
easy.
set up just for you all to be able to make sure that your dealership is putting out great information that's valid to your customers, not other dealerships' information. Not bad news, not the wrong news, but nothing but positivity and motivation. That's huge. And if you're over here at NADA and you happen to see this video, 4631 West Side, come by and check them out. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Well, we got one thing left to do.
That's right.
And that's make sure that you understand how to drop those F-bombs. If you have been ignoring the experience that your customer has inside of your dealership, inside of the service side, the sales side, or you've been somewhat ignoring the experience that even your coworkers are having, well, it's okay. We can forgive, we can get focused on how to fix it, and we can stretch out and fly so we can keep growing all the time. So help us out.
All right.
We're going to forgive, focus, fly on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus. Fly.
And keep growing, keep growing. That's right.
Thank you so much. This has been a blast, and
Thank
we
you.
can't
Thank
wait
you.
to
Thanks,
maybe get
Todd.
a
Appreciate you,
massage.
brother.
I might book my own demo.
Come by and check them out. Go to their website, set up a demo. I promise you, you can't miss it. And if you set up a demo and you guys did it through Car Guy Coffee and you guys know it, let me know and I'll get you guys one of these hats. Come check it out. Let's go.
That's right.
See you guys soon.
You've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast with the one,
The only Todd
Katcher. We'll see you soon, everybody. Keep brewing.
Let's keep brewing.